Hey guys, this is Rick with Fear Not, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about an incident that happened for my personal life the other day. Sunday is my day where I kind of just hang out with my friends for a couple of hours. It's my relaxed day. I was on my way to go pick up my brother with one of my friends, and I only have to drive about 2 miles to be able to get to where I was going. And all of a sudden, driving down the road, no warning signs, no check engine light, no nothing, the car just shuts off while we're driving, completely dead. Thankfully, the brakes worked. And thankfully we're kind of like on a back road, so I was able to just pull off to the side in the grass and I was completely fine. But it freaked me out because I'm driving and my car just all of a sudden died. And recently I just got a brand new battery. We tried to jump it a couple times, nothing, dead. Didn't take anything. The hazards didn't work, the car was completely locked electronically, nothing. Thankfully it's a Chevy HHR and I was able to just pull up on the lock, so I was able to get us out. So it was a fantastic opportunity for me to realize that I kind of messed up. I don't always carry my XDS. And when I do, I try to keep it at basically the 5:30 position. So sometimes it's a little uncomfortable and I'm still getting used to it. So sometimes I don't want to. And I'm just going down the street to go pick up my brother. It's not that far, it's 2 miles, it's 2 miles back. Easy, no problems. As I'm standing in the grass, trying to get help, I'm realizing if something were to happen right now, I've got nothing. I overestimated the situation and just assumed that it would be completely fine, that I would arrive at my destination and would arrive back at my apartment, no problems, nothing. Everything would be fine. Have a nice day. It ended up taking us 2 hours in order to be able to get back by the time the tow truck got there and everything. And the car was locked in the park position. Couldn't get the key out of the ignition. The car was basically, what it seemed to me was like if a mini EMP just hit it. Someone just like zapped it and just dead. And it was really freaky because I've never had that happen to me. Turns out if you're not a car person, it can happen if you have a bad battery, if you have a bad alternator. There's a couple of reasons why your car can just die on you while driving. But nonetheless, I'm driving down the street. What would have happened if I was on the highway and that would have happened? What would have happened if I was in a situation where I couldn't pull over to the side of the road and I didn't have hazards? Like I was saying, I couldn't roll down my windows because those are power windows. I literally could do nothing other than get out of the vehicle and just flag people away and say, the car's broke. That's all I could do, and wait for the police and a tow truck to show up to help. Thankfully, the vehicle got fixed. We had an extended warranty, so there wasn't much out of pocket for us to fix it. Turns out it was a wiring issue where the wires that connect to the battery were arcing, and it showed me yet again how vulnerable I am. We assume as preppers that we're prepared, or that we're reaching a certain level of preparedness. And I think that maybe not everybody watching, but at least for myself, I know that sometimes I take for granted what I'm thinking is going to happen, where I think I'm going, how dangerous I think the situation will be. Now granted, you could be at a grocery store and someone comes up and mugs you. You're thinking, I've been here 10, 15, 20 years shopping at this store, I've always been safe, and then somehow someone comes up and tries to take advantage of you or attack you, and then all of a sudden that place, you begin to question, is it safe anymore? Just being inside of your vehicle in a safe neighborhood, in a safe area, driving down the street, car just shuts off, your car is now disabled, it's a large paperweight. Now all of a sudden you're in a situation you did not possibly expect. So even though I thought I knew where I was going, thought I knew how the journey was going to go, because I've done it hundreds of times, little did I know I am still just that much more not in control. As Christians, we believe that God is ultimately in control of everything, right? Now granted, we have free will, we can make choices, but we can't control nature, we can't control a lot of things that happen, we can't control other people. We have no control over that. There's so much we actually don't have control over, and this was one more scenario where I saw how vulnerable, how unprepared for just random things to just happen. And at the end of the day, the lesson that I took away from this was that no matter how much I prepare, and I know some of you may disagree with me adamantly, but hear me out, no matter how much I prepare, I cannot prepare for everything. It's impossible. There's no way. There's too many variations. And I would say that the most important thing still is to be right with God, because we still have to have that as part of our preparations. And I know that some people who watch this aren't saved, aren't Christians. That's fine. You just realize that no matter what you do, you cannot possibly be prepared for everything. Life has a way of showing us again and again and again how much we're not prepared. Now that does not mean not to prep, because I've been talking to some Christians recently and other people, and they say, well, there's not really any point in prepping, or they'll make comments about, on the opposite side, where you don't have enough faith in God. That's why you feel you need to prepare. I believe we do need to prepare. We do need to be ready for as much as we can be, but at the same time recognize that we cannot control it all. And it puts us in such a better position to be following the one who does and who can, as opposed to trying to take it all on ourselves when we just physically can't do it. I am going to begin to carry a lot more. I'm trying to be in the habit of every time I leave, I need to be thinking, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know where you're going to end up, you think it's going to be an easy trip or a quick trip, or you know where you're going and you've been there a bunch of times and you know it's safe there, but you don't know what's going to happen on the journey to get to where you're trying to get to. And that's the thing that I want to share with you guys, a little bit of transparency of my life and what I'm learning as I'm on this journey to become more and more prepared, and how Fear Not is going to continue to grow to be able to help teach other people. Let me know down in the comment section, did something ever happen like this to you guys where you just realized how vulnerable you were in a situation where it was normal, it was day to day, it was something, it was a quick trip, going a block up the road, and all of a sudden you're in a bad situation. Comment down below any type of stories you guys have. I'm interested to learn, because if nothing else, we can help each other through the comment section. It may sound silly, but we can at least help each other, because maybe you've been through a different situation that I've never considered as being a problem, and then kind of how you overcame it or what you took away from it so that it can help better equip other people down the road. And that's the main thing for Fear Not, is to help people to be better equipped. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, commenting, and I'll talk to you guys again later.